welcome. Today I'm gonna make a roast baigan recipe for you all. So for this recipe you're gonna need, I have 2 small baigans here. You can use 1 large, 1 habanero Congo pepper, and I have 4 cloves of garlic. You're gonna need some sliced onions, salt to taste, and when we finish roasting this, we're gonna actually chunky the baigan with some oil. So we're gonna burn some oil, heat it up to the highest temperature, and then throw it in the baigan to finish it off. So let's get started. Now, if you have a grill where you can get direct heat, which is the flame, you can put your baigans on that. If not, and you have an electric stove like I do, you can put a wire rack and put your baigans on top of the rack and let it roast nice and slow on low heat. So you want to take your baigan, make a slit, and just place 2 cloves of garlic in there. Close it back. Do the same for the other one. Now this garlic is going to roast and it's going to get nice and soft in here. I know some people, they put it separately, but you can put it in here and it gets really nice and soft once it's cooked. So I'm going to put up my stove. Let it heat up. Put the baigan on it and let it roast on slow or on low until it's finished. So I forgot to mention to you guys that if you want, you can roast your pepper. So you just put it also on there while the baigan is roasting, and the pepper will get nice and charred. And once it's nice and charred, you put it aside, and then I'll show you what to do next. So my baigan is going to continue roasting until the insides have cooked throughout. So my baigans have finished roasted. My pepper has charred up really nicely. So what you do next is you want to clean the baigan. And to do that, you take your knife and a fork and you open it out. Be careful because it's going to be very hot, and you're going to just scrape that meat of the inside and put it into your bowl. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll move on to showing you what to do next. Okay, so what you do next is in a ladle or a cauldron, you put up some vegetable oil. Make sure it's vegetable oil and not olive oil, because olive oil is a little too strong. The flavor is too strong for this. So you put it up to heat up. If you don't have a ladle or a cauldron, you can use a frying pan. But just remember, the frying pan, the oil will heat up much faster than in the ladle. So I have my cleaned baigan in here. And here I have those cloves of garlic that we put inside. And I have the hot pepper. So what you want to do is just basically mash everything together with the pepper and the garlic until it's nice and smooth. Now I put the whole pepper. If you don't want it spicy, do not put the whole pepper. You can just roast a half of a pepper. But I want mine spicy. To this, you're going to add some salt to taste. Now, I'm going to add in my onions raw. If you don't like raw onions, you can saute this in your frying pan with a little bit of oil to take the bite off before you add it to your Baigan Choka. I'm going to put mine in raw. I'm going to mix it up. We're going to wait for the oil to finish heat up. Once it's nice and hot, we're going to add it to this. When your oil is nice and hot, you're going to add it to your baigan. Mix. If you don't want to add the oil to it, you don't have to. It's totally optional. But this is just the way that it's usually made. So what you do next is taste this for salt, and then I'll dish it out. I'm gonna taste it for salt. I'll dish it out and I'll show you what it looks like. So here you have it, my Baigan Choka recipe. This can be served with Sada roti. I think that's the best accompaniment for it. Some people may like fry bake. It's totally up to you. I hope you guys make this recipe, enjoy it, and as I said, if you don't like raw onions, you can saute those onions before you put it in. I like a lot of onions in mine. So thank you all for joining me in the kitchen again today, and I will see you all another day with another one of my recipes. Enjoy!